So, in this video, I want to discuss a dilemma that I am faced with when it comes to helping people lose weight. Now, if you know me and know me well, you'll know that for the past couple of years, I've been studying and training to become a licensed psychotherapist. And when I started my course, one of the very first modules that we done was on ethics. Now, when I learned that that was one of the first things we are going to do, I wasn't too enthusiastic about doing it. However, as soon as we started, they drilled into us the importance of doing no harm. That as a therapist, your primary role is to do no harm. And there's obvious ways that you can harm a client, but there's also ways that prior to starting the course, I didn't realise could be very harmful when it comes to dealing with clients, such as making decisions for them. So as a personal trainer, which I currently am and which I was prior to starting my course, people would come to me and ask me, what do you think I should do? Do you think that I should stop? Although I like meeting up with my friends on the weekend, going out on nights out, so on and so forth, I have this goal that I want to achieve. Do you think I need to stop going out on the weekends? And I might make that decision for them prior to starting my course without realising that by me making decisions for people, I'm stripping them of their own inner resources in terms of kind of making decisions for themselves. When we make decisions for ourselves, we gain confidence within ourselves, whereas when other people make decisions for us, it strips us gradually of our confidence. So I didn't realise the subtle ways and even the things that you say. So if someone mentions something in the therapeutic realm, if you say, even the words you say can get them thinking. If you say something wrong, although well-intentioned, that could play on their mind. So when they leave the therapy room, it can be playing on their mind until the following week when they come back in to see us. So they basically drilled into us the importance of doing no harm. And it kind of got me thinking, as someone who was a personal trainer, a lot of people come to me looking to lose weight. The majority of clients, most clients who follow the program, the 12-week program, they sustain changes long term. However, when you look at scientific studies on obesity, success rates long term are quite slim. So the majority of people who are overweight or obese and attempt to lose weight, they eventually regain all of the weight that they lose, and some of that population gain even more. So the success rates in amongst the obese population, when it comes to long-term weight loss sustainability, it's quite low in terms of success rates. So that would be my dilemma. If my goal as a therapist, although therapy and personal training are different, my goal as a therapist is to do no harm, I still have to apply that approach to what I'm doing in my work life, which I never really considered prior to doing my therapy course. So that was my dilemma. If someone comes to me and they're obese, they're overweight, and their primary goal is to lose weight, if I know in the back of my mind that the chances of long-term success is quite slim, I'm kind of going against my own ethics by taking them on, you know. So that's kind of my dilemma there, but I do have a solution to that problem. And I think that by me explaining that solution now, if you struggle with obesity, if you're fixated on the scales, if you've tried multiple times to lose weight and didn't succeed, I think that the way I'm going to approach things in the near future and then for the rest of my career as a personal trainer, I think that it might help you, right? So when it comes to therapy, there's multiple branches of psychotherapy. One that has intrigued me over the past number of years, it's called acceptance and commitment therapy. Now, the scientific literature on it, it shows to be just as, if not more effective, as cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT, which is very well known now. But there is a section within acceptance. I'll just kind of give you a brief kind of overview, simplistic overview of acceptance and commitment therapy. Basically, it helps you accept the way in which you're thinking and feeling, which in turn improves your relationship to your thoughts, to your emotions, and it helps you defuse from them. So you can imagine if you feel a certain way, it sucks you in. So you're feeling anxious, it sucks you in. The acceptance part of acceptance and commitment therapy, it helps you defuse from your emotions by accepting them, but also there's defusing techniques that you can use as well. And once you kind of defuse from the thoughts or from the emotions, it becomes a lot easier to kind of let them go. So that's kind of a simplified overview of kind of the cognitive and emotional aspect of it. There is a behavioral aspect of it as well, and it's basically aligned around values. All right, so basically what it helps people who come to therapy and use acceptance and commitment therapists, and what they will do is basically help such clients clarify their values. All right, now when I began to learn about this, I began to apply it within my own work, and I found it to be very effective. A way to look at this is if you have a value or you can have a goal. A goal usually has an end point. So let's say weight loss, I want to lose 12 pounds in 12 weeks. So it's specific, it has an end point. Also, goals are not within your control. So while I might set a goal of losing 12 pounds within 12 weeks, I could do everything in my power. 12 weeks pass, I might only be down 10 pounds. Or I could be down 20 pounds, so it's not fully inside of me control. So that's a goal. A value, on the other hand, could be health, physically and mentally. And there's a lot of things that could encompass. It could encompass stress management, anxiety management, sleep, physical activity, and how that makes you feel day to day. Providing your body, I value providing my body with the nutrients that it needs and deserves, so on and so forth. So values, on the other hand, they can be associated with goals, but there's no end point. It's a continuum, all right? And also the values are a lot more inside of your control than goals. So I can choose to act in alignment with my value now. I can go out and drink a glass of water which aligns with my value of health and vitality, or I could not. I could choose to go on a walk today. It's a nice day, have a bit of free time. That aligns with my value of health, or I can decide not to do it. So the values, to a large degree, they're a lot more inside of me control. Now, when I act consistently with my values, the goals in terms of weight loss, they're a lot more likely to come about. But because I'm not fixated or focused on them, they're not going to do too much harm to me psychologically. So let's say if, on the other hand, if I was fixated on weight loss as a goal and not really focused on values, I could lose weight next week, but the following week my weight could stay the same. That could have a negative psychological effect on me, and all the values-based behaviours go out the window. I regain more weight and I get into a negative cycle, you know. So whereas when you focus on values, you regain a lot of internal power and control, you know. So that's kind of the approach that I'll be taking kind of in the near future. Yeah, if someone wants to lose weight, my program it has a track record of helping people, but it will not be a focus of the program. It'll be targeted mainly for people who want to feel better physically and mentally day to day, and all the other benefits, the byproducts, they will just be that, byproducts, and that includes weight loss, body composition changes, so on and so forth, you know. So to conclude this video, if you've been struggling with your weight for a long time, if the scales has been something that you've been fixating on, recognize that that fixation in and of itself could very well be the problem that is keeping you stuck. So my advice would be is to look more into values, especially from an acceptance and commitment therapy viewpoint, and rather than setting outcome-based goals, set processed or values-based goals. So instead of saying to yourself, my goal is to lose 4 pounds within the next 4 weeks, rather set a process or values-based goal, i.e. my goal is to do 2 sessions a week, workout sessions a week for the next month, and to drink 3 cups of water 5 out of 7 days each week for the next week, so on and so forth. These behaviours, they're a lot more inside of your control. And again, when you stay consistent with values-based behaviours, you experience rewards immediately. So if I do a session today, if I say I'm going to do a session and I commit to doing it, there's a certain confidence that comes with that, a certain pride that comes with that. So you get immediate benefits, but also the more you stay consistent with them, the more likely you are going to lose weight as a byproduct. So I just said I'd share this long video just to get you thinking. Anyways, if you have any questions for myself, you can shoot me an email at coachallen@mindbodytraining.ie, or you can find me on Facebook. My name is Alan Drimna, D-R-I-M. I'll put a link actually in the caption section here of this post. I'll also leave a link to my website, which outlines the transformation approach that I take with clients, just in case you're interested. So that's basically that. Talk soon. Bye bye.